Good evening, everyone. It's Ancient. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a setup without any rebirth items that I've shown in my previous videos. So, we're going to be going through, let's say, through all the steps that you would want to do. And at the end of the video, I'll be showing you guys a spreadsheet that I've been working on for about, I would say, about 2 weeks now. Make a few iterations, but we'll start off the video first with deleting everything here of this setup. Start from a brand new slate. So first, what we're going to do is we're just going to do as we usually do. Start with cleaner, polisher, or smelter. That's all you need. That's your first setup. We're going to go through every single iteration that you'll be going through without rebirth items. So we're going to be going through those. There'll be some similarities to rebirth items, but it'll be fairly difficult to go through the game without them. But what we're going to do is we're going to do just the normal smelter. We're going to, I believe it was, buy the coiler after that. And once you get the coiler, you're going to start making circuits. So this is like basic progression. Basic progression. Oh, here, let me do this real quick. Oh yeah, no, we would want this. An overflow right here. Sorry, my hands are very shaky today. That it's mainly because it's 2 a.m. I had a migraine earlier. I took some caffeine to, well, as you know what caffeine does, it restricts your blood flow. So I'm a bit jittery. And that's a basic circuit setup. You don't have to make it complicated, convoluted, or anything like that. So we're going to make a next stage of this. We're going to get tempering forge. Well, actually, tempering forge. You'll get this usually pretty early, and then you'll go get the alloy furnace. Doesn't matter if you do left or right. I just do left very often. It doesn't matter if the tempering forge is before or the after of the alloy smelter, because it's multiplying if you do it before or after. It does not matter. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. If you times it by 2 and 1.5, or 1.5 times by 2, it's the same outcome. It's 3. That's what the answer is anyway. So we're going to do that. We're going to put another coiler here. This is a separate stage. I'm going to remove that. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to put the crusher. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do this fast right now. This is another setup that you would be doing. You're going to use this as long as possible until you could get the superconductor constructor. Once you do get that, you'll change your setup to how I will build it. Alright, let's see. That is normal. You will just place a superconductor constructor, like so. Place the cellar right in front of it. You'll place a crusher in front of that. Let's see here. Clay mixer. Place that there. Splitter right. Conveyor. You'll buy the ceramic furnace. And then you'll just place that there. And then you're done. That's a simple superconductor setup. This has not changed at all. It's just this has been changed. Oh, excuse me. You will see an issue here. The issue is... Oh, is there an issue with it? Yeah, no. So you will not get enough dust from this. So you will have ore overflow. So you would typically move this back. Just move that back just a little bit by 1 block. And then you would place an overflow here. So you would always want it directing. Place a conveyor there. Place a conveyor there. But there is a way to mitigate this. It's not ideal, but if it's in the beginning stage, it's alright to do it. What you will do is you'll delete this. and place a blast furnace. Even though you're losing 20% instead of gaining 20%, you would rather lose 20% than lose your entire ingot, because you are only using this at 50% efficiency in comparison to this will allow you to use every single ingot that you're putting through. So this will be 100% uptime for the superconductor constructor. This works. It's a little bit less money than is ideal, but it works perfectly fine. I'd rather this than adding on an entire magnet setup. You don't want to do that yet. So what we're going to do is, that's another setup that's right here. Here, hold on. I'll get a top-down view. It's a bit bright. I got my graphics up a little bit. So there you go. That's a quick top-down view of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this again. We're going to go into the next stage. Smelter. This stays the same. We're going to remove all of this real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a simple power core setup. As in the last videos, we're going to place power core. We're going to place a table here. We're going to place a magnet machine, face it towards the power core. Superconductor constructor, place the output on that input. Then you would have splitter left, a conveyor going into that input. Then you would have a table, one out, another one out. Just like the other machines, make sure it's facing out. There you go. And make sure the frame maker is also facing. Just like the last videos, I'm just going to build it nice and fast. 2 bolt machines, 1 plate stamper, and 1 coiler. And then there is your output there. That's done and dandy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to place, it doesn't matter, so I said in the last video I believe, but it does not matter if you use splitters or overflow. If it's an overflow, just make sure your overflow is facing the left side. Oh, it depends on where you're cycling it around, but there is one thing you want to keep an eye on. Oh, did I do this reverse? It doesn't matter. I made it a little bit big, I think. Oh well. I'm not too worried about it. Actually, I am worried about it. I don't like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this like that. Output's facing this way. Did not change anything. I'm just going to place the superconductor constructor there, just so it's a little bit closer so I don't have to make this weird convoluted setup. So that's your output. Overflow right here. Everything is overflow left. We're going to connect these conveyors up like so. Delete that. Bring it around. Man, I really am jittery right now. Caffeine, me and caffeine do not really go well. We're going to place a upwards elevator here. We're going to bring it around here. It will be a bit hard to do this, but it's a bit easy as well. Downward elevator. And then conveyor here. This does work. There is a conveyor here. You just cannot see it. It's inside. So if I were to move this, this is what it looks like. We're going to move the power core back here, place it on top of that. What we're going to do is we're going to bring clay mixer. I'm going to place that back here. Oh, whoops. Place that one space there. The crusher. Then you would place a splitter right. Conveyor, conveyor. Conveyor, conveyor. What we're going to do here is we're just going to bring this over here. Then we're going to get ceramic. Is it a bit close? I don't really mind. You can make this however you want. This is just how I'm doing it. What we're going to do here is we're going to place an overflow right here. Place 2 conveyors like this. and then we're going to do this. We're going to do a downwards elevator. We're going to place the seller here. It seems a bit off, but yes. So we're going to now, if you have the quality assurance, place it here. If you don't, place a regular conveyor. But I'm going to be placing the quality assurance, and then we're going to bring a upwards elevator here just to dodge the seller, and then we're going to connect it here. We're not going to connect it here, but here. I will tell you why. So here, you always want to make sure it gets to the coiler and the superconductor first before anything. Because if you were to connect it here, it could just max overflow this. You don't want to waste those products. If you connect it here, then you would make like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 casings before it even gets to the superconductor. So that's waste of product. You do not want to do that. So always connect it after this machine, but always before this. Actually, wait. Always after this, and always before this, I should say. So that's how it should be. And, well, this setup is done. That's how it should be. It's not over convoluted. It's not, well, you know, too difficult. So I will be addressing some of the questions that I saw in the last video. Is why don't I use a 10-way splitter so it makes the waste as minimal as possible if it distributes perfectly? You could get 3 cores more consistently, I believe. That is from Josh Draws. So the question about that is, yeah, you can. It's just more difficult to build that constantly. If you're doing it non-stop, it's a pain. You don't want to do that. This is just a simple setup. It will get to these machines first. It'll get to these machines last. Sure, you're going to have some overflow going in here, so you're always going to have a plate built up. You're always going to have a bolt, maybe a random ingot. Oh, sorry, I'm hiccuping. But relatively, it gets the job done. That's all I'm worried about. And if you're getting the job done, you're going to make money. Because if you want money, you're going to be able to make rebirths. As I could rebirth 3 times right now. I had recover from rebirth earlier today. I haven't been playing a lot. Alright, let's see here. What other questions were there? Well, why don't you use the Ore Upgrader from Doe 7510? Oh yeah, I already answered that. So if you have a duplicator, you can't do this. This does not work. You can never have a duplicated item go through a Ore Upgrader. It will never work because the duplicator tag basically cancels out this machine. So, where should you mine? I'm going to bring up a list right here. There we go. Alright, so you have all of these locations. Typically at the beginning of the game, you're only going to be worrying about over here. Once you start progressing, you're going to worry about getting uranium from the bedrock. When you're in primordial, you're going to be worrying about plutonium. Plutonium is when you're going to start seeing that jump. And then you're going to get to tectonic stone. You're going to see I can't even say it. We just call it Molly. Modenium. I have a stroke saying that word. And then once you get into the mantle crust and underworld, is typically you're going to be worrying about mithril. Once you get to that stage, you're going to be knowing how to play the game. To an extent, I should say. So I'm going to take that off the screen. What was it? Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys as well. So, at the beginning of the video, I did say that there is a new spreadsheet that I've been working on. Alright, here's the spreadsheet. So here, you're going to be able to use this however you will see fit. It will be public for everyone. It is currently inside the Discord. And it will be in the description and in a pinned comment if I remember to do that. But here, before anything else, read the notes. you'll know how to use it, and for some other things of why something is the way it is. But first, we're going to go to File, top left, click on it, and make a copy. Once you do that, you're going to go to Open, and open that file. And with that, you'll be able to use it how you see fit, select check marks, change drop downs. Here, we got all the ore and all the gems. Why is the gems with the selected ore same with the rubies? Or same with the gems that I have currently ruby selected on. It is because of the, what was it called? The bar to gem and gem to bar, which is here in the smeltery selection. Gem cutter and prismatic require bar to gem and gem to bar. Deselect those because we're talking about a video with no rebirth items. Get rid of the philosopher's stone. So we're going to select this to something realistic. We're going to set it to, let's say, palladium. So palladium, you'll see a end product of 7,027 bucks, or roughly, because the game has a rounding issue where it based the next machine off of a rounded value, where in here it's exact values. So I had to try my best at fixing it. But there's a known bugs area where the clay polisher, yada yada, it times the polished clay by 3. It doesn't actually set it by 150, so that 160 polish short casing becomes 180. We're not looking at that. You got 3 selections. You got full dupe minus SC, which is a superconductor. It makes power core broken because we're looking over here, top right. You're looking at the total load value. You're going to change these to what you have now. Let's say you have a large backpack and you're using the super crawler. So you'll have load size of 204. We're going to keep your eye on this. The darker the green, the better it is compared to whatever else is there. We're going to change the tablet factory. You're going to dupe casings. It makes it better. 8.1 to 8.5 mil. Deselect everything. This is what you would realistically see if you're getting palladium. If you get diamonds, it does make the laser maker better. But why would you want that? Because you're not going to realistically get that many diamonds. You would more realistically see a lot more rubies and be able to get them more often, and also it balances out like your prospectors from diamond, ruby, emerald, sapphire, topaz. It's just the middle ground. The version of the spreadsheet that is currently being shown is version 3.2. If it's not that, well, it's probably unupdated, and you could just download the next one. You got the other spreadsheet. This is just your data. You could change this, you could add on to it, but typically I'll be the one changing this up, and you'll be able to add whatever you want in the future. I'll be making a new version. The new version will probably be a V4. It will look different. It will have a different data sheet, etc., but that's like in the future or something. I don't know. Here I'm going to deselect the double seller, quality assurance. Are you going to use, well, yeah, no, you're going to be using what's here, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's about it, yeah. So, hopefully you guys will use this, compare with other people of like what you see. If there's any issues with it, please bring it to my attention. I want to fix it as soon as possible. If some value is incorrect, I would do the math for it, see if it's wrong in the spreadsheet, do it in the game, see if it's wrong as well. And if it's true, well, you just saved me some time, and yeah. But overall, I hope this is a useful tool for everyone in the community. It's a public thing for everyone. Just remember, go to File, make a copy, and then open it. Once you do that, it's all yours. It's just the current version. So yeah, once that's done, yeah, yep. So I'll be hopefully see you guys in the next video of whenever that is, because I'm just making these videos to help people out in the community, answer questions that I assume that I'll be able to answer to the best of my abilities. And even if I get 5, 50, or 0, it'll be a bit sad in views, but as long as I'm helping someone, that's perfectly fine by me. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot. I will probably add a selection here for total cost for everything, for superconductor, yada yada yada. But yeah, hope you guys have a nice day. See you in the next one.